Now I understand what happened, right? I totally get it. This explains, and now it says it also you're live. So let me actually check. This explains it for sure. I just want to check it one time. Yeah, I'm just writing to my siblings that I'm live on Twitch. No, sorry, live on YouTube. Obviously, yeah. So I closed it. I'll, actually, let me keep up the chat here on the phone so nobody feels ignored. It really sucks to if somebody joins at all, right? Let's see. How can I get the chat? So actually, I really don't have the YouTube app like on the phone anymore. But I'll see if I can. Exactly. Me too. Yeah. Yeah, it's you're describing my experience, but I actually, oh no, I used the wrong YouTube account. But I actually went the other way. I dropped my premium stuff, and then sorry, I'm just logging in here with the wrong YouTube account. Nice. I'm just writing to DMs to people. Okay, there. Now the phone is connected. If somebody writes into chat, we'll see that. Please remind me up in case we forget. So let's actually, since we get the new chance to redo the intro, I'll stop sharing the screen. Hopefully nothing breaks. And then, can I put us side to side? Maybe that's possible. Change the layout. Oh, this is actually possible. No. What? Side by side. Oh no, it's like it said side by side if you're more than 6, right? So I'm trying to change the grid, but it's like since we're 2, it doesn't really change that much. Vis I en rute. Oh, there. No, okay, it makes me super tiny, and it makes your face huge. Okay, let me just go back to sharing the screen. That was actually wasn't that much better. So okay, and then I'll fix this. Okay, so let's redo the intros again. Welcome to the stream. My name is Alexander, and during the day I'm a web developer. At night I'm an open source web developer. So you all, who are you and what do you do? Yeah, so The reason why I started streaming was because a friend of mine, Max, told me about Twitch, and back then for me it seemed like a great way to work on your projects and being held accountable, right? Because you're doing it in public, and I really love open source work, so this is a great way to get progress. Why are you doing this, Alp? Yes, I agree 100%, and I'm glad you reached out to me, and I don't know why I stopped, but glad to be back. And here is like the agenda that I prepared, just to have something we can work on. We don't need to stick to this like we're like a square. We can adjust, but this is like just things that are that would be nice to do. But if you have something else you'd like to do, we can add that to the list. Is there anything? No. Absolutely, yeah. I would love to talk more about that. I feel like some people are waiting on an answer on certain things, and it's yeah, it's we can solve anything. It's just figuring out what's the right thing to do, I guess. Nice. So let's get started with the first thing, which is the PandaBot. Super boring stuff, but necessary. Okay, so basically the PandaBot is this robot thing, or that runs through and checks for security vulnerabilities against CVEs. Like you have the, if you're not familiar with it, it's like basically databases with common vulnerabilities, right? So the thing is that your project could be vulnerable to attacks, and the PandaBot will scan your dependencies and then what's publicly available, and then it will notify you. So we can look at, let's say for example, to anki.net. This is the server code. We have the create tech, we have the web. We also have a bunch of other repositories we can look at. Yeah, so because it's changing a lot, right? Or I haven't been keeping up with the development for a while, so I don't know how much it's been changing. And I'm trying there. Now I managed to move the windows. I just put you there, and then I'll try to adjust this. So I have some. Okay, now you're actually going to see the private prototypes. I forgot that I'm showing my account, but that's fine. Here you see the deprecated app that I was building. Yeah, so there is some deprecated stuff here. But I think we opened all of them. Yeah, you can see I did try several things. And here, actually, this is interesting. I wanted to build a new API, but I stopped because I wasn't sure the direction I was going to go in. So if you go to docs.toanki.net, I did try to get started with this. I just never got far enough with the new API. So I wanted to document all of the endpoints that exist, and then maybe consolidate some of them or create a new one, right? These are all of the ones that exist. I don't think I've created any new ones. I might have deleted some, but yeah. Anyways, now you know about that page, but let's continue here. We can see there's a tab called security. We'll go into that. You see Dependabot. There's something called Axios, which I regret adding. So basically, are you familiar with it? Oh, we have a comment here. Hey Lotte. So Lotte writes, we can't hear the other person on the stream. And then an emoji and then please fix. Yeah, thanks for letting us know. So let's try to fix that. Oh, nobody can hear you. Okay, let me mute the music. Say something, Alp. Oh, we've tried fixing this now several times. Thanks for letting us know, Lotte. We were so sure we fixed this stuff. Okay, let's not give up. We are not gonna give up. Where is the other stuff? I don't remember where I put it. Is it here? No, I don't think I know her. She just joined the stream. But I'm trying to find where is... Oh, here it is. Okay. If we're lucky, Alp, it's just something here. Are we lucky today? Say something, Alp.
Yeah, I'm saying something. I hope people can hear me.
Can people hear Alp in the chat? Please let us know. I think it should work now. Say something, Alp.
Yeah, I'm saying something. I'm saying something.
It looks very good for me when I look at the bar. But we need to get the confirmation from the chat. So
I can try unmuting. Like I have this open on my phone as well. So can people hear Alp in the chat? Please let us know. I think it should work now. Say something, Alp. Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, it works. It looks. Yeah, it works.
Perfect. Okay, let me try adding the low volume music. Okay. Okay, say something, Alp. I want to check.
Yeah, I think it works now. But like people are also writing like they can hear me. Yeah,
we can hear. Okay, perfect. So yeah, thank you for confirming. So basically, I don't remember what you asked, Alp, but I added this because people were using it. It was considered best practice to just use it.
Yeah.
I regret adding it. I'm not gonna lie. It's like it's causing me headaches.
Well, can't we just replace Axios with normal fetch API? We could.
Can't we just replace it with... Yes, we can, but I have real users. If we remove it and it breaks, it's very problematic. No, actually, we can remove it. It's unused. Okay, let's remove it. Okay, let's remove it. Welcome, Mobile. How are you, buddy? Long time no see. Yeah, it's been a while. Okay, so I have a lot of branches. I'll tell me what to do and I'll write the commands.
What do you mean, like?
I can be a driver and then you be the navigator. Because otherwise I'll end up talking a lot, right?
No, I just yeah, we can. Yeah, just doing that, and we can just discuss. Like, we can even discuss why we're trying to remove Axios from the code.
Okay, so you were asking where is it used? Here, okay. Am I really running an old version? Let's make this. Because what I'm gonna do is
the place I took for was just like when you do web development courses and so on. Some people just use that or use the examples of Axios online, but you also find jQuery, which is not that widely used. Like it's widely used, but
I have a page for this. I have a page for this. It's called jQuery here. Let's find this. Have you seen this page? You might not need jQuery.
Yeah.
So So
And I saw several other similar pages to that one. Like they were just taking JavaScript libraries or programming languages and saying like you might not need that thing.
why can't I
And I
open
think
it? It should be.
I mean the modern JavaScript, like the latest things, they just work. You don't actually need jQuery. Like you even have this query selector, it works. And I know the website, like he's saying like, okay, it's very small, the download just 0 kilobytes.
But this
Yeah.
API did not exist, right, before.
Yeah.
So if we look
Yeah,
at
exactly.
the dash, we can see fetch. I don't remember when it came, but it did show up at. What? Isn't this correct? Yeah, fetch API. This came at. I don't see the date, but this was. Yeah, you can see here. It did arrive really late, right? If you look at the browser versions, like Chrome 42, Firefox 39, and so on. So,
Yeah.
But before, people were using XML HTTP requests, if you've seen that.
Yeah.
It's like dark
Yeah.
magic. Nobody understands how it works. Yeah. I'm trying to see if the chat works on my phone. I still think it works. Okay. I have the chat there on the phone on the side, so I keep checking. But we don't need jQuery. We can go back here. So just to show you the call sites out. This one is for the access token, so I think this one is easy to rewrite. So we can rewrite that one. And then we have image request. These ones I'm more worried about. And this one too. It's an array buffer. Okay, yeah. Array buffers. Okay, it wasn't that difficult, no. So we can rewrite this. Okay, you want to rewrite them?
Yeah, we could try that. Yeah.
So, Mats mobile is writing I work. Lots of latency, I think, though. Okay, so the audio is crap then, or? I don't know, but we'll see what it says. Maybe we can try to fix. Mobile,
Yeah.
we haven't been streaming for a very long time. Everything is first time. We're gonna make a lot of mistakes today, but let's go.
But what does he mean by lots of latency?
We can try to find a drawing. So if you see here, it might be, maybe it's slow, or maybe it's buffering. I'm not quite sure what he means. What do you mean, mobile? Is it lagging for you? Or data loss? Is it pixelated and so on? Okay, so where do you want to start?
I don't know, like we have two options. Rewriting that stuff, like replacing Axios is an option, but we could also just bump it up with the Panda bot and continue working on other things. I don't know, like it's something I think we should do, because Axios, we don't really need that. But the problem is it's not the thing for a stream, I think. Like we can always do that, but especially for the start of the stream, because we don't have many people. Oh yeah, Guillem is here. Guillem is here. He's in chat.
Hey, Guillem!
Really cool. Yeah, this is really cool.
Guillem, do you want to join the call? You're very welcome
Yeah,
to join us. It's a long time.
Yeah, it would be really nice. You just join the call.
Seems to take a long time for the chat to pop up on the stream. So I don't think we have any stream overlay. We do have the chat somewhere here.
Yeah, you know, if you open the stream, you see the chat on the screen.
Okay, I have it there on the phone. It could be that that it's slow on my phone, maybe. That could be the issue. Yeah. Oh, you're in a car right now. Okay. So glad you came. Welcome, Guillem, and thank you for joining. We're still
Yeah,
working.
maybe.
Yeah, go ahead, Alp.
Yeah, maybe for the next stream, Guillem, or maybe when you're at home again, you could join, because we were talking about it like before the stream. I asked if you were to join, and Alexander said, "Yeah, I don't know. I wrote him yesterday." Yeah, it's really nice to see you.
Yeah, very nice to see you.
The live chat on YouTube seems to be faster than the implemented one.
What's okay? So I see that there's text on the screen. Cool. I forgot
Yeah.
there's an overlay. I'm seeing the actual chat on the right side. Yeah. Okay, so let's defer this for later then. I'll also add. Okay, what are we gonna help wanted? This is a super boring task, to be honest. Yeah. So let's not do that. Did it generate the Dependa bot? Aha! So we have a conflict. Let's resolve this conflict. Okay. Terminal is showing up here.
And what is SendGrid client?
Okay, so SendGrid client is used for the email. Send email somewhere.
Okay.
I don't remember. Email handler. There's an email service. This is for the Notion integration. The man, this code looks crap. We should definitely rewrite this. Yeah, basically SendGrid. So I think we can install Axios. I'm very scared to install this version of Axios, to be honest. But we can try. You know what? Let's try out, see what happens.
Yeah, but what could be the problem?
It can break our app. That's the problem.
Now, I think it's very unlikely that the simple request with Axios change.
You have not learned the pain yet. You will learn the pain, I promise you, one day. But I do not trust these developers. Yeah, they break stuff between minor and major versions, and like major is okay, but minor and patch versions, yeah, it's very very bad situation. Let's see, maybe it works. I'm not so sure. So now we're running the server locally. Okay, so far so good. Nothing broke. Let's. I think it's 2020, right? Why does Firefox want microphone access? No. Okay, so let's use the Notion integration, because it actually will download images. Okay. I think let's search for an image test. And then we check the API. It actually looks good.
Yeah.
Okay, if this works, I will be surprised.
I think that works. I think it's very unlikely that Axios changed a lot of things with the simple requests. I think it's very unlikely. Like maybe another thing, like a new library could do that, but like Axios wouldn't.
I agree with Guillem. Your English has improved, Alp. It was good.
Yeah,
now it's even better.
Yeah, like I saw the comment as well. There's always room for improvement, but actually I've not been speaking English that much in the last 2 years. I don't know why it happened. But of course, I speak more English than I used to in Turkey. But my German improved a lot. Like my German is really smooth now.
Nice. Okay, so I was wrong. This works.
Yeah.
So let's push that out, and then we're done with this.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's just call it Chore update Axios. Fixing Dependa enable security alerts. Have you tried the GitHub CLI?
No. No.
It's very nice. I've been using it a lot, so I can just write GHPR create like this.
Uh-huh.
And then I can pick the project and then open it. Bam. So I just opened a pull request right now.
Okay. Really cool.
Yeah. And it also has a command to open it, but I don't want to open the default browser. And it will add the message and so on.
Yeah, GitHub is creating a lot of cool things. Also GitHub Copilot. It's just...
Do you use Copilot?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't use it at all. It's it doesn't work.
Yeah, like the problem is, I installed extension last week. The problem is, it always seems like the code generated by Copilot is correct, but it introduces bugs. Like I spotted a few bugs in the code generated by Copilot, and it's like you accept it, and it seems fine, but then you try it and it doesn't work. And then when you actually use your brain to do the stuff, and then you realize, okay, this doesn't work, or like you have to change things. I don't know. But it's not that bad. Like it can be really helpful, especially like when you. I think the use case for Copilot is when you when you have a repetitive task. So you start programming, you write one line. For example, you set x coordinate to 5, and then you want to set y and z as well. So Copilot can automatically do that, and it just saves you time. Or like some things like iterating over an array. This is a standard thing. Copilot can do that really good. So instead of typing everything yourself, it's kind of like autocomplete, which is also context aware and also can think a bit. Yeah.
I'm just going through the review settings. I'll add you as a maintainer. Now I have to open GitHub mobile to two-factor.
But I think you can still use your password here. Like you see having problems, use your password. I don't know why.
I have never seen that message before.
Yeah.
And I see this window every day. Mobile, have you seen that before? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, for the first time, I also did not realize that you could just use their password for GitHub. But then sometime, I don't know how it happened, but I saw the message and I was like, okay, but why do they even have that if I can use my password? Because it makes no sense. It's not two-factor authentication anymore. It's only worse if you just left GitHub open on a computer you do not really own, and someone else opens GitHub and wants to commit something like from your account. Then you can say like, okay, they have to know your password, but it's not really two-factor authentication.
But what's your GitHub handle? I'm gonna add it here. I don't remember.
ALPKAAN AKSU. Yeah, it was correct. Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
No, the second one.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
So, almost clicked the first one. Okay, so I've added you. You have to accept the invite yourself. So let's enable auto merge. If you want to, you can go approve those other ones. And then you'll get your GitHub streak. Where's the auto merge? I want to enable auto merge. I don't remember where it's supposed to be here somewhere. Auto. Allow auto merge, yeah. So you can just mark it as after it's reviewed. Let's see. Here, yeah, there's a bunch here. Maybe you can just can you try merging one of the green ones? There is only one that's red. I don't know.
But I still did not get the email from GitHub.
Are you sure? Check spam.
Yeah. Okay, I checked spam.
What?
But what can I go to?
Did I send it to the wrong user? Maybe. It could be.
No.
Was busy. What window? So, yeah, there's a way to enter a password in the GitHub two-factor auth, and I've never seen that section. Maybe we'll get it up again, but let's see. Yeah, here it's awaiting. I can't send it really here from the email because I'm sharing my screen, so I'm not sure what I've copied, but.
But what happens when I visit the repo? Which repository was that? It's just. Is it web?
Yeah, but I think if you just go to github.com, you should see a notification. No, it's the toanki.net server.
Okay, okay, I actually see the notification, but I did not get the email.
So okay, click that. Maybe they tried to save money.
Yeah.
It probably is not free to send that email. I know. I'm getting. I don't get it that often, but SendGrid used to send me, "Hey, you've reached your quota for this month." So, but if you just look through, I think all of these are safe to merge. If not, we will find out. But this one looks interesting. I'm gonna just eyeball the changes from Notion. So we currently use the Notion client for the Notion integration. Can I get the release note or something there? Support querying database now create blah blah. So they've changed something. Toggleable heading response type. What is this? Isn't this cool? The Notion SDK is open source. And here is a comment from me, Alp. I do not remember writing this comment. Yeah. This is actually very interesting. But I don't think it matters because we have a way to detect and this issue is from 2021. I feel like I should remember this, but I don't know why we were asking about this. Is this about the HTML markup? I think we need to look at the payload because I'm not sure what the difference is. So with changes like this, then it's like it's very manual. I just have to fetch, git fetch dash all, fetch all the branches, and then I'm checking out this one. Let's see there, and then npm CI. Then it's just gonna install. Yeah, mobile also types the digits from the phone like I do. Exactly the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, the only question is why they added it. Like, why does that?
Security.
But like having you to type in your password is not. Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, that I don't understand. No, I don't understand that. I get. Maybe there are some cases where you can't log in at all. We have to restart the server, so let's stop this. And let me. Okay, so what we'll do is I have to think. Let's go. We have it locally running somewhere, so we need a page we can use. So let's go to the search and then. We'll use this. No, actually, we have to use something that has headings. So let's open up the Notion client and then heading. all toggle headings. We need this one specifically. So let's make sure it's shared. No, go back. Yes. Okay, all of those should have it now. We'll search for this. So this is localhost, right? This is using the new stuff.
Yeah.
What we want to do is we want to use the API to look at this. So you remember there is a page or an API endpoint called get Notion blocks. This is the one we want to use. It's not documented, but so we'll take this ID. Just stop me at any point. I'll interrupt me. Don't wait. API Notion block or blocks. Here you can see we have the payload.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is the new payload. I think this is the new thing they're mentioning, is toggleable.
Yeah.
And then if we go to production, finally I get to show you my big beautiful secret thing here. I made this blue thing, do you remember from previously?
Yeah, yeah.
So but did you try merging one of the other pull requests, by the way? Did it work?
Yeah, I can merge one. Like merge pull request. I think that looks fine. Old test passing. Bump AWS SDK. AWS. Yeah, okay. I'm just merge pull request. And then.
Right.
Yeah, I think that worked. Yeah.
Nice.
I can merge. And I just like a minute ago I got the email.
Perfect. So I'll try sharing the main screen again. Hopefully it works. Okay, it works. So obviously there are a lot of ads. This is the cost of open source. We need to cover the server costs. I'm sorry. So I'm not trying to do it to make money on it. It's just for the server cost, so the project can live without me. But hey, it looks like it's already there, right? Is toggleable, heading 1. I don't understand. What is the difference? Let's just.
But what are you trying to check now? This is still the local host. It's
Yeah.
not the production.
Yeah, but localhost is running the new one, right?
Okay. And localhost is running the new one.
And
So
then production
wanna
is
try
running the old one. They look the same.
Yeah, yeah. This is the same. Yeah.
Okay, let's do a Vim diff to study this stuff. Or should we get ITER maybe? Okay. Dismiss. They look exactly the same. I don't understand what changed. Nothing. Let me double check that we're running the correct version locally. Two, 2, 1, 3. Yeah. So why is this failing then? This could be just a flake. No. Okay, so it is actually failing due to some type change. This means we should be able to reproduce this. Right? You can see it says.
Yeah. It's toggleable missing in type. Reject so. So it's toggleable was added to the
types. So it's not a.
It,
it was the runtime.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this should fail then, right?
I would assume that it fails especially because it failed on the website.
Yes,
yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So this is just purely mocking. I can't tell it there. So somewhere here we need to add this. I guess here is toggleable. True. This is why I don't like mocking. Because it's like something changes and then you have to update the mock. But we'll get the chance to talk about that in the future when we get into the TDD. Fix type mock test. Let's make it specific. It's currently failing with the following error. And the reason why I add this message is not because I want it, but in case somebody Google searches this, I would love them to discover that. Because sometimes I search for random error messages and then people discover.
Yeah.
I send mobile sometimes messages from gis.github.com. From gis I created a long time ago. People still write comments in them. And it's because they search for something and then they discover your post, right? Okay, so this didn't work. Okay, why didn't that work? Push origin. Now we need to figure out what is the difference, okay? Something is different. Git has been changing a lot, so I feel like I don't understand it anymore, sometimes. It's already up to date. Why can't I push? Do you see anything obvious? All?
Yeah, I'm okay. Maybe because did you do that?
Aha! Dependabot rebased, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. And this is silly. Okay, let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Yes, now it looks correct, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. That should be resolved then. You can see sometimes the dependencies take longer than expected. I just want to double check this. So what I'm doing now is just reviewing the code myself one more time. And I'm not allowed to do that actually according to GitHub. Can I do it? No, I can't do it, right? Because this pull request is not created by me. If it was created by me, it would not allow it.
No, you can create a pull request and then review it and then merge it, and you actually get a badge for that on GitHub. Because for this project, they want us to work with pull requests and so on. So I created a pull request myself and then merged it myself. And after I did that, I got this. What is it called? YOLO. You want it, you merge it.
Aha, I see. Yeah. Cool. But that's for merging it, not for reviewing it, because you're not allowed to review your own. Yeah, it will lock it. I've tried that.
Okay.
Nice. So these ones all are safe if you want to merge them, but you can see Dependabot will be doing the rebasing. That's why I got Let's let those be. This one we can close. This one has been this one node mon. This is actually interesting. So if you look at the package JSON,
Mm-hmm.
I have a script. I don't really need it anymore. I think there are better tools out there now, but it's like for hot reloading, right? You can see it here, so that when I change the code, the server should instantly restart. Of course, there are exceptions. If you're updating the dependencies, then it won't really work that well. Then you should stop the server and let it do the full start. So this one should be fine. It's a dev dependency. That's why I don't even bother reading the changes, right? They're like it will only affect me. There. What else do we have? This is also a dev dependency, but it has a conflict, so I'll approve it and I can merge it later.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the button. Where is the button? Maybe I should position the camera here. There, I'll put it on the left side. I keep moving it. This one is actually pretty cool. This is the package we use for the description. So if you look at a website, right? They have all of these social media tags. So if you look at the HTML document, you have the title and then the description, which I don't remember how you retrieve. But mobile showed me a cool project called Hey Meta, if you've heard about that. I might have shown it before,
Yeah.
So it basically does the same thing as Hey Meta, but programmatically. And then retrieves this for us. Here you can see an image which is not showing up. What is that? Yeah, it didn't show up, whatever. So I just like to keep these up to date, because it's better to be up to date instead of having too many issues at a later time. So good. And then the last one, I guess. You can actually also give dependabot commands. I'll just tell it to rebase, dependabot at rebase. And then it's gonna give you a thumbs up when it receives it. I think this will auto merge, so let's move on. That's the server. Let's move on. This is another tool I built, or a package. What it basically does is tries to retrieve the titles, because you see here we have some icon and then some text, and Notion blocks can show up here. This I'm not sure what is, what all this stores. Let's try to look this up. Oh, this is an article about Mastodon. No, it's a React question, right? So this is an item inside of a database. So when you're searching here, you're actually searching all of Notion. So we need a way to retrieve the title, right? And that's what this package does. Because I got sick and tired of writing this code. So it basically is a small package which will retrieve the title, like human readable title. And it's basically, it's something I took from the Notion project.
But why is it that complicated? why is it so hard to retrieve the human readable title from Notion page?
I don't know. It's not like I didn't create it. I can show you, like in my opinion, it's because of the nature of the blocks, like the way they're designed. Because here the title could be okay, this is a really complicated example. I can't even see where the title is myself. You understand, right?
Now I see why you need a package.
The user expects this emoji from there.
Yeah.
And then this title here, that they become one thing, but they're two different
Yeah.
things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And here is the same example without the emoji, I guess.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Here is one where it has something called a page. And this, I guess this is a property, like something inside of the database. So it gets very very complicated. Yeah. So that's, oh, did we close it? We wanted to merge that stuff. Yeah, so here you can see this dependabot is actually different. Do you see that it has multiple packages inside? Because this one is using something called grouped, a group dependency. So I think we should use this too, this same approach. Because then you get a batch of them, right? So instead of having multiple smaller ones, you have one big one. Bam, this got merged. And let's actually look at what's causing them to be created. It's this file. So it's just telling GitHub how to run it. And this is another package to handle CSV. But the CSV support is really not that great up. It's yeah, we can look at that code.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one where people get randomized output. They deliver something random back. Right?
No, that's Markdown. That's Markdown. Okay, I agree it is CSV, but the problem is that they think they're using CSV, but they're using CSV and Markdown. They're using that combination, right? Because let's look at it, okay? Here we have... I don't think I have... Do I have a database somewhere I can show? I'm a little bit... I don't want to share people's private stuff, because people do send me decks when I'm reviewing bugs.
I don't have anything with like...
Like I have access to lots of databases, but I don't have the permission to share those. Okay, let's create a database, right? We'll start scratch. And then I'll show you the problem. Okay, so add page, our amazing database, and then we'll use more. Should we just use what do you want to use?
Yeah, we can just use something standard. Like we can also, does it work with a table? Do you just use a table and then work with that? Like
maybe we can use a template.
Okay, to make it more complicated so that we get randomized.
Yes. This is a table. Do you want to use this?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can. Okay.
What do you think will happen if we use this?
No idea. I really did not try this CSV export.
Let's try and see.
Notion, and in combination with the Notion to Anki. Like this is a wild combination actually. Markdown, CSV, Notion to Anki, and Notion. Killer combo.
Yes, killer combo. Okay. And here we have current view, default view. We'll use this view, which is the current one, and then we use everything. And then we'll. Okay, let's not do subpages. We'll do one without subpages, and then we see what happens. Okay.
Can you maybe show
without subpages? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can look into them. So this is a subpage, right? This is a subpage. Okay, let's export one with subpage. Okay, let's go to anki.net and get started. And now we just drag and drop, okay? Which one do you want to start with?
Without subpages.
Without
so
subpages, okay.
Yeah.
Bam. And just to explain this page, have you seen this page before?
No, this is the first time, and it's
Okay.
like me.
I created this page because people were complaining and they couldn't
Yeah.
figure out how to import a bundled zip file. So many people tried to import the zip file, so I got sick and tired of that. So I just created this page so they see what they get, right? So it will list all of your EPKGs. But anyways, so it created 6 nodes. Okay, this is a bug. We need to fix this actually. I just took a screenshot. We'll look at that later. So we put them in 2 different ones, right?
Yeah.
So done. Why do you think it says done?
It's because the checkbox is checked.
Yes. So if I open this, what do you think is gonna happen now?
We get everything, like all the content from the web page or something, or only the title. No idea.
I don't know either. No, I'm joking. I think it's gonna give us this stuff. Everything there, yeah. Yeah, do you see that?
Yeah,
It doesn't give us the content. It just gives us these columns, right? Okay, easy. Same, right?
Yeah,
and
very
this,
useful.
Yeah, and it's basically getting the text of this stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're creating a simple vocabulary and the first word is like a term or whatever it is, and then the description, that's easy, it works. Bam. Okay. Let's actually, to not clutter this up, let's create a new profile called this 4. And then we'll import with subpages, I guess.
Yeah.
So that did not work. Oh, sorry. I did the
Well,
same
this
thing.
is a zip file. We first have to generate the
I did exactly the same thing that people do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you see how easy it is to make a mistake. Okay, this one did not work because this is actually a bug.
This seems like a real problem. You just straight up get the... Okay, so you're a user and you get the raw Python error message.
Yes, it's feels bad. Okay, let's look at this one then.
Yeah.
I'll just open the file here, and then we'll deep dive on it. So it looks like something is undefined. Can you guess what?
You see that already or not? Because... Okay, so...
I see it. This is not safe. What does this even mean? Seriously, what does this mean? So what do you see it? We are creating fields, right?
Yeah.
And then it seems to be, I think this is some kind of input to, let's open up a dark background there. Now it's much readable, more readable, I mean. So this is basically the fields into anki somewhere. So this has to be some basic card, but this part here looks very...
But the thing is, this
oh
works
no, I
for
see,
all
I see.
things.
No, what's going on is, do you see it?
No, I still don't. Yeah.
It's this one. This one is undefined.
Which one is undefined?
Card.media. So if we go back, ads. Let's see. Here.
But why did that work for the other one?
I don't know. But oh no, it says key error back. So back is the one that's failing. So if we look at the payload, right, this one, there is something there which does not have a back.
Yeah. But then we won't see that there because back is produced by your code on a server. Like something creates that, and then we open that.
Yeah. Okay. So what we can do? what we can do is I can stop this.
Lotte is asking random question. Where are you guys from? Just wondering based on your accent. So just guess maybe. Do you have any guesses?
I'm gonna try to reproduce it from Maine as well, just to check it's there. This should be a big hint.
Yeah, but I mean, the background of your stream has 2 flags.
Okay,
You already gave. You already has those big hints, like literally flags. But in my case, it's a bit harder, I think.
yeah, guess where Alp is from, Lotte? Germany. Oh, that one was very good. Very good, very good. But not correct.
Okay, so German is your guess for Alexander or for me? Because you're not from the same country. Okay, so Norway is correct for Alexander. And your guess for me? Let's see.
Sorry. You know, actually, why didn't I think of this earlier? We can just look at the payload. This is the intermediate representation of.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there should be a one without any back. But there's not an empty string. It just doesn't exist in that case.
Okay, that is a little bit difficult. And we'll have to look at name, I guess.
Yeah.
This one has a back. This one has
one.
back. This one has back. Has back.
Okay, so for me, Germany, I am currently living in Germany, but I'm not originally from Germany. I've been living in Germany since 2 years. Like, I am currently in Munich. But can you guess where I'm originally from? I don't know. It's getting harder and harder.
Oh, Alp, I really liked your question earlier. That looking at it, because now I see what's wrong, right? You see it too. It's exactly as you suspected.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
I see
what
that.
we need a better way to debug the intermediate representation. I think
Yeah.
actually we need a tool that can visualize this crap, and then something that can be like right next to Notion. Show me the Notion page, or show me. Actually, let's write this down before I forget. New tool. Show me Notion side by side with intermediate representation, and then and here we also want to switch between Notion's JSON payload, I guess, to see the blocks.
Yeah, I think actually. Yeah, I think that's enough. But like, I think we need 3 things: the Notion payload, the intermediate representation, and then maybe what we get in Python. Because this is how that Notion payload is transformed.
Yeah, but Python code just read this. It will only read
Yeah, okay,
this.
yeah. This
So
is the same.
it's like it can do some changes, but it will usually just read it. What happened to the music? I think we need some more music. Let's see.
Okay, but to answer Lotte's question, I am originally from Turkey. I grew up in Turkey. I went to a German school, and then I did the German exam for university.
Sorry. The music was super loud. I'm so sorry. Can you just repeat?
Okay, I'm repeating that. So I'm originally from Turkey. But now I'm studying in Germany. I went to German school, learned German. We did everything in German at school, actually, like math, physics, biology, everything. Yeah, and now I'm in Germany. And maybe, if you're curious, I'm studying computer science and psychology. But where are you from?
So it looks like it's reading this part, right? This is where the it's stopping, and then it's not able to pick up these.
Yeah. Can you open the Notion page again? Where is the stuff even? Like goals is
because this time we used include subpages, right? So the default behavior of the parser is to read everything, right? It will read all your files and then try to find decks in there. So it makes sense that it goes in here and reads this, right? Because this could be a toggle list, right? If this was a toggle list, it would create a flashcard.
Yeah.
But it's only able to detect the name, which could be a closed deletion. It doesn't know at this time and point, right? That's why it does this. And then, so this was very useful. I'm glad we did that. But let's not fix this. Let's create GitHub issues. Yeah, because like I don't know what the right answer is right now when we're sitting here and thinking.
I know we can also ask Lotte, because what is the expected behavior of the app? Like, what would you expect Notion to Anki to do if you just have the CSV export and try to use that? I would almost say like we have to just disable support for CSV and and Markdown and just focus on HTML and Notion integration. And ideally, we even drop HTML. Or maybe we can.
Are you crazy?
We can
the power users will kill me.
Yeah.
They will come to my door and knock and say, "Hey, Alexander, what's going on?"
Yeah. Okay, we can keep HTML, but CSV and Markdown, they are not even working reliably. And to be honest, I also don't know what I would expect from the app in that case. Like,
okay, let's go to the server right now and then figure out and count how many CSV. Okay, I'm not allowed to read. Am I not allowed to read? I can't show this this on stream because it might include IDs. Even if the IDs are stored temporarily, some of the IDs you can actually look up files. I don't want to share those. Yeah, I've written your comment, Alp. Nice, we got all of them. Here we also have some stuff. Ooh, there's a new version of Anki out.
Yeah.
Oh, Lotte is from Denmark. Cool.
Yeah.
Mobile is also from Denmark. Let's see.
I was in Denmark earlier this year. Yeah.
Where were you in Denmark? I think you mentioned it, but I forgot.
Copenhagen. Yeah.
Actually, you know, the first Bitcoin, what's it called? ATM I've seen was in Denmark.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. It's several years ago.
Okay.
Back then, people didn't know about Bitcoin. That was funny. We need to figure out what's new. I don't see what's new. This doesn't look interesting. You see that? It's like basically dropping Python support.
Yeah.
Let's just close this tab.
Yeah, but it's also like the thing you mentioned. Developers just break stuff from
imagine Imagine using that specific Python version he dropped support for, and then you update, and then you deploy it, and then you figure out,
Yeah.
oh, it doesn't work. I
Yeah.
can't start my app. Yeah. So the linter is failing. I don't know why, but oh, I hate this about Python. Python is a really nice language. It's awesome. Do you remember I told you about the init files? Here it is.
Yeah.
It's making a comeback again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A cool comeback. So Lotte is saying, oh really, is he? Fun fact, it almost sounds like that they know each other. Like Mobile and Lotte.
Maybe, I don't know. Could be. So here is the default templates. I've been trying to split out some stuff to get them make it easier for me to maintain, I guess. So let's see, I'm trying to move there, review. So this I think should be safe. No, not comment, approve. No, rebase. I don't want it to generate merge commits which are creating noise. But what is this repository? I don't remember. Why did I create it? Ah yeah, so this is do you remember the template editor?
Yeah.
I deleted it. I removed it. I managed to remove it.
Why? Why did you remove the
Because
template?
I was looking at maybe we can try to get some stats up. Let's try to.
But I think I was not there. During my time, we did not really have that template editor. Maybe you implemented it after me and then deleted. Then again, I don't know. I think it's a really cool idea to have the template editor. Is somehow useful. I think just you have the preview of cards, and then you change some CSS, and I think it should be fairly easy because you can just set CSS on the elements. Like, okay.
Sorry, did you find the template editor useful or not? I was just.
I think template editor could be useful. Why should it be bad? Like, you have the preview of the card, like front, back, and if you have some other things, you see them too, and you can change the styles, you can add fields. But I think ideally you have this drag and drop UI. Like, you pick a new field, you can drop it in the card, and the code is updated. But you can also manually change the code. Like, something like that could really work, and could be really useful.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But I looked at the data. That's what I want to show now. Like, if I look at the data, even look here. Do you see the Notion integration? It's barely used compared to the /upload, which is the HTML upload,
Yeah.
right? So you can obviously see most of the users use the. It's like, it's not even 10 people who use the. It's like, I think it's a minority who use the Notion integration, literally.
It's clearly a minority, but the question is, why is that the case? I think for Notion you have to log in. For HTML you don't have to log in. This is one of the reasons, probably. And then maybe you do not advertise Notion integration that well because you put.
Lotte just wrote they're watching us on their TV. That's super cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, thanks for putting us on your TV. Sorry.
Yeah, but like, what was I saying? Yeah, because for the first one, like the HTML export converter one, you even posted some things on Reddit. You had this Discord server where you talked about it a lot. We even had a lot of questions in GitHub issues. We made a lot of videos, like just showing how to use that stuff, showing off all those features we implemented. But for Notion integration, you just implemented it and left it. So maybe people do not even know about that. Like, they did not even get to try it. and they don't know why they should try to use that, because yeah, they just think, okay, it's not that useful.
Mm.
Yeah. And to be honest, like I think having to log in and not having to log in, like this difference,
Mm.
I think it changed a lot of things. Like I myself did not try Notion integration yet on Notion to Anki.
Yeah, so why did you not try it, right?
It's too much work because I could just export an HTML file and then upload it, and I get my cards.
Mm.
But I'm also not actively using Notion or Anki. But if I were to use it, and I was working on Notion to Anki, this is also the reason why I tried everything, like all edge cases and so on. Yeah, but Notion integration, it's it's harder to use. Like you have to log in, and then it's maybe not that polished. I don't know, because the HTML stuff, it's stable kind of, like
Mm.
not the best, but it's stable. But for Notion to Anki, for the Notion integration, I am actually not sure if it's stable.
Yeah, I was just reading in the chat that Mobile mentioned Lotte is his wife. That cool that you're in the stream. I didn't know that from the name, but it's cool to be on a TV. I wonder how
Yeah,
big is that TV? Is it 30K, 40K, 50K?
yeah. Chilling on a Friday evening, you have nothing to do. You have us on your TV. It's really nice.
Mm, really
Just
nice.
sitting at home and watching us program some things or discuss about Notion to Anki and what people
Mm.
use and what people don't use.
But if we look
It's
at
not.
the numbers here, like it's here, just look at this out.
Yeah.
Upload over 9K. This is the last 28 days. Like, and then the search is barely used, like less than 100 sessions, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can see that like the average time they spend on the upload is like 21 seconds. But the search users spend more than double that, like more than triple the time, right?
I think this shows again, like no people use search, but people who use search, they struggle to use the app. I think that just shows that. And we also watch those recordings of Hotjar or something like that, where so people struggle, like going like crazy on the screen with the cursor.
Mm.
I think a nice Notion to Anki would just, if we drag and drop, like you have the file, you drag and drop it on the website, and then after a few seconds, cards get converted, and then you see this download button in the center of the screen, and then you can click on that and download the cards. This is the ideal Notion to Anki for me, and I think, like, I know you allow your personalized settings and so on, but I actually think that makes it harder for people to use, and this is the same for Notion integration. We should make it really simple. And okay, maybe we could try having that simple Notion, or maybe Notion to anki.net/simple, and then you get this box. You can drag and drop your file, and then you get the cards, and we can see if more people use that page.
I like
Or
that.
like how long it takes for people to convert their cards. I think this is just. I think everyone just use the HTML export, like almost everyone, and the other people who try to use CSV and Markdown, I don't think they're making a informed decision. It's just, oh, okay, I export CSV because I have no idea and I want to upload it on the website, and I have a problem because my cards are now random. And
Okay, so
maybe
I have no problem trying out new stuff. Like no problem with that. So what you're saying we should remove CSV support, and
I think we should remove CSV support, Markdown support, and we should implement a way, like maybe you could even have, like, the old website could live on to anki.net/power user or something like that, and the normal people just get this one page, drag and drop, like one click to convert your cards. You just drag and drop something, like 2 interactions with the web page, and you get your things. Drag and drop and 1 click.
I love that. Let's build it. We have how long do we have left before we have to wrap up? We have at least 1 hour left.
Yeah.
So let's build that then, because now our let's see, where did we get? Like, we did this already, right? I think. So we can. What was this? Yeah, this is just the live server. And what is this? This is just, yeah, that issue we debugged. I don't disagree with you. It's just that I really want to help the people, and yeah, the more features you promise the people, the more you're like helping them, I guess. But I agree, we should make it simpler, 100%. So let's create a new branch. We'll call this simple. Simple. Okay. And then let's not do a debug. We'll stop this one. I think we'll close this debug there. And then npm run dev server. And then I'll open another instance of VS Code because we want to do the front end stuff as well. Yeah, so I did split up into multiple code bases, right? Oh, I think I closed the window. Let me open up a new one. So we have the web in the background, and then this is going to be the server. I don't think we really need to make any changes to the server, but it's okay to, just in case we need to do something.
Yeah.
There, and what is this? There's so many branches locally, I should clean up.
And then after we have that, I can again make a YouTube video explaining how to use that simple page, like drag and drop, and then click download. Okay, maybe 2 clicks because you have to accept the file. But yeah, I'm thinking of like, is this a good idea to have that click, or should we make it so simple that anything you drag and drop automatically gets converted to anki cards? And maybe an interesting idea could be making it possible to drop several files, like multiple files, and then you get all of them converted. You can drop everything, and at the bottom you see a list of converted cards.
Yeah.
And you can down. Yeah.
So I'm just setting up the development environment here. I think I'm gonna close this one down, and then let's pull this here, and then we'll add Firefox. I don't think we need that much space, so we can. There. So here, I think I have to move you here. So this is the upload page. The reason why we have this is because we had so many versions of 2anki that we wanted people to start using that as well. Actually, it's even that as crazy as this. Look at this help. I want to delete this code, but I know some people still use these old, they bookmark it or whatever, right? And then they click the bookmark. So
yeah, but notion to anki.com. This is also the standard thing I do. I just take my personal domain and prefix it with the project name. It is the initial thing, but then of course. And why did you switch it to anki.net from to anki.com?
Because I wanted to do same as Damien, like ankiweb.net, Anki desktop, to be consistent with the upstream project. That was the only reason, to be honest. I really don't care, and I didn't want it to be so focused on the commerce stuff. But okay, so let's just go ahead and take your idea literally, and then resist the temptation on doing anything else. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the header. And how do we do that?
Okay, but I would create a separate page, like another like slash simple, so that we don't destroy everything here.
Okay. Let's do that then.
And we can replace the other one if you want to. Like
No, let's do exactly what you're saying, but then you have to continue like you're doing now. Simple page.
Yeah, example. And then, yeah, just copy the content of upload page into the simple page because they're going to have similar components. And it's like almost completely just removing stuff from the page. Okay, so this is getting a bit more complicated than I expected. I was just like, okay, we can copy the page and then remove the stuff we don't need. Okay, so these silent moments. There, we have 3 people watching us right now again. Like it dropped to one person, and it was me. I was alone in the chat, and now we have 2 other people. It's nice.
But I think we're getting there. The only problem is this error boundary thing. Not error boundary. That's
Yeah.
But okay. So
Yeah,
let's actually fix this here. And then we'll continue down the path. It's just I don't. The types are gonna. Okay. You just have to set this up correctly, I guess. Let's treat it as an error. Will it allow us?
I remember you hating TypeScript.
No,
And
no, I like it now, but it's like it's still ritual stuff, right?
yeah, yeah. There is this meme of type gymnastics, and then TypeScript that you just do stuff with types. Like, yeah, it's also kind of funny. But it obviously makes your core code harder to like copy and paste because the context changes, you change some things, and you have type problems. But on the other hand, it also makes it easier because if it gets complicated, you know what you're dealing with.
Hmm. But it's like, when is this supposed to be something else than an error? It's ridiculous.
And I mean, if it's something else in error, it's a problem with the code.
It like in theory can happen, but it shouldn't happen in practice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever. We'll clean that up later. Okay, let's.
Yeah.
I think now we solved all the problems there. You see something?
That one.
What? Do we have multiple errors? Oh, I see. There. Now we should have it.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm. So we can start with the header. Or and menu is the sidebar. Oh, I really don't remember it off the top. Can show, yeah. Okay, so there's something or no, and not is simple page, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Yeah, interesting stuff going on. Well, now we have to implement a simple page in helpers. Okay, so why did you import? Why do you have this other file? Navigation bar helpers is login page, because you could as well just have it in this file.
What?
The navigation bar helpers is login page. You import it from another file, but I don't think it's necessary because
No, it's
it
not
is
necessary.
probably yeah.
We can have it
yeah,
inline
I think,
here.
Yeah, I think it's better. Yeah.
And I don't think it's used anywhere else. But it's like when you're writing the code, it's easier to make it. It's easier to make stuff small, and it's harder to make it smaller, right? When it's huge. That's why. But I agree. It's like it's essentially over engineering. But writing easy, maintainable code is a good idea in general, right?
Yeah, of course, but like in this case, I think easy and maintainable code means having that function inline in the code in that file. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. So now we don't have the header, and then we need the same for the footer. Now we need this. You see, can show if now we can export it. Right.
Yeah.
And then we can say if is simple page.
Yeah. You have to provide a path.
Oh yeah. Where did we get the path from earlier? Okay. This is also like you could say making it was it href? It was I don't remember. Let's look it location of the path name.
Okay.
But you could make the argument that maybe this should also be inside here, right? But the problem then is it's not a pure function anymore. It becomes because then it would read from something that's global, right? The global stating. That's why I want to move it to make it simpler. The code would be simpler, but then the function would be dirty, in my opinion.
Yeah. On the other hand, like, there won't be any case where we use a simple page with another path which is not the current path. So this is for the use case. I think the function is going to be dirty. It's not a pure function. It reads from somewhere else, and it's also dependent on the state of the program. But then in this case, we don't have any other use cases for that, and we could as well then call it ends with simple / simple.
Yeah. What do you think, mobile? I'm curious what mobile thinks.
Is he in the chat? Like, two watching right now, and I don't know who the other person is.
It must be
like,
myself. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, you can only watch two people code online so long with your wife on a Friday evening. So
yeah, I have to send him a message later. It's awesome. He has a really cool wife. Let's see. So what else do you want to remove out? Maybe this one too.
I mean, this is a development server. I would remove that, but this is actually a useful warning at the same time. We're not going to see that on the real page. Okay.
No, but let's see what the user will see.
Yeah. Okay. So I would maybe remove settings. But like, if you have the settings there, they do not actually.
No, it's much better to just do stuff. I don't disagree.
And then we can see if that works.
I'm gonna have an open mind.
We get at the end, I don't know. Okay.
I don't understand why it's still visible.
Okay. Do you think we need the import title there?
No, we could change this one to a title. We should have a title on the page, but it doesn't have to be the first one. Can remove this, so maybe we should make this the title then.
All files uploaded here automatically after 21 minutes. You used to ask like, okay, can you get some 21s in the chat? Yeah, Lotte says that she's the coolest.
Yeah, you definitely are. And then mobile is the second coolest. So we're getting somewhere. This is less, but we still have 2 buttons. You know, actually, we shouldn't do the change here. Let me undo that, okay? Oh no, we should do the change. Oh, my bad. We copied the whole components folder, didn't we? So this is safe. I was so nervous. This is safe.
Yeah.
So we can actually change anything in here.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I mean, the 2 buttons, I think having a single button would be nice, but I think it's also nice to be able to select files. I'm okay with having 2 buttons.
Yeah, accessibility. Accessibility.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then what happens when we just drag and drop a file or like select a file right now?
This will work.
Yeah, this will work. But what are we going to see?
We can see. Okay, so this is the one without subpages.
Yeah.
What the hell just happened?
Okay, so my desired behavior in this case is that the files we drag and drop get converted to Anki cards automatically, and then we see a list of Anki cards.
Yeah, but okay, let's deploy this, okay? And then we see what happens in production.
Yeah.
Hopefully we didn't break anything.
It might very well be the case.
Beat experiment with a simpler upload page. Oh, yeah. There. Then we'll use the revolutionary GitHub CLI.
Yeah.
And this goes to the web project. So okay, let's review this. I think I'll make it bigger, just so we don't break anything. It really sucks for people practicing for their exam if we just deploy this and everything stops working for them. Believe me,
Yeah.
they will let me know. They send emails.
Yeah.
This is fine. And this refactoring is also fine. So I'm still curious what mobile thinks about this. Mobile, do you think... What about this side effect? This is a side effect, right? But this code will only run here. It will only be used in the front end. Does it make sense to pass in an argument like we're doing above, right? Probably not. It's just over engineering. I think Sonar Cloud is not going to be happy with this.
He sent a crying emoji.
He's crying about something else. He's crying about being second place. Not crying.
Okay.
I don't know if he has... He wants to be a winner like me. No, just... That was a joke.
Yeah, in this case, he wants to be a winner like Lotte.
Yeah, like Lotte. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
But here you can see the approve, right? I can't approve my own pull request. But this one should be safe, I think. But you can see Dependabot is complaining, which is fine.
Yeah.
But that's because we just duplicated all of that code.
Yeah.
Now we can go back to anki.net and then just deploy. After I moved away from Docker, the deployments are so much faster, you won't believe it. Like seriously. Just
Why did you move away? Why did you move away from Docker?
Because I wanted 48 seconds of deployment time. Let's go back.
But do you use GitHub Pages for it now, or how do you do that?
I use an action which connects to the server and deploys. Here you can see 5 minutes going back, right? Let's go back even further. You're gonna see it's like it just gets worse. Oh, it's not 4. How about 90? At some point it even took what? Why can't we go further?
I think this is still too early. No.
No, this is still 4 minutes, okay? If I go to 139. Okay, so it has a limit. Let's just drop that. But it at the worst it was 14 to 19 minutes. It was ridiculous.
Okay, so the mobile is saying, sorry, I was busy playing a stupid mobile game. What do you want my opinion on? So we have this function called isSimplePage, and this checks if the URL of the current page includes simple, I think, or something like that. And an early version of the same function or a similar function expects the variable or a parameter. This is the URL, the path, and now we remove the path, and it just always uses the path from the window object. So the question is making, so the function is not pure anymore. So it reads from somewhere else, from the state.
I'm just building in the background. Don't mind me.
Yeah, but like mobile is writing something else. Just supposing, would it be possible to port to Anki to WebAssembly and run directly in the browser? Interesting question.
I think it should just work. I think it should just work because it's yeah, we definitely could port it. We're using gen anki, the Python module that should be buildable with WASM. We're not really relying on any direct C, C++ like native stuff. Everything is web-based except gen anki, right? Which is a pure Python thing. That's the only thing. I think it should work.
And we actually want to move away from gen anki eventually.
So just to check to anki.net simple in production, it works. This is the page, right? You can go to it right now. And then, oh, this is Google stuff, privacy and cookie settings.
So he asked if it's purely React, but I think it's purely React. You don't use Next or something else, right?
No, but we do server-side rendering with the Express. Actually, it's very interesting. But open to change. Here you see, it creates this. Oh, we forgot to create a bug report. Do you remember the duplicates default deck? That's actually something we should create the issue on.
Yeah,
because that seems to be a parser issue, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, actually, let's create that first and then continue.
But now, we still did not get the opinion of mobile on this impure function. Can you show the function again?
Yeah. So which style do you like better in mobile? Explain it, Alp.
Yeah, so in the first one we are actually doing the same, but we just get path from somewhere else, but actually it's just doing the same thing. And in the second one, we're directly using window location path name as the URL. So the thing is, we don't use this function anywhere else. Like the only use case for this function is checking if the current URL is a URL of the simple page or of the login page. So maybe we could remove path. So this is the question, because we don't use it in any other context.
I'll leave that up there. I'll just open Anki here.
Oh.
There. Where's Anki? And now just create this issue fast before I forget it. Bug with duplicated default deck with several underscores. I think we'll just upload the payload and the screenshot. There. So we have that for later. Both for generally perspective might be useful in the future and because it's possible to use in an SSR environment as well. Oh, sorry, I'm reading it wrong. Yeah, I agree with mobile. This is purity. Let's go. But like I don't mind adapting Alp, right? Sometimes it's like I think principles, if you're familiar with solid,
yeah,
its principles are good, but it's important to know that they exist to have productive discussions, right? That's why, for example, I'm willing to try out things and change because I think it's good to to try out things, because sometimes you're wrong, sometimes you're right, sometimes you learn something new, right? Or maybe hopefully you learn something new all the time, right? So I think the first one, I guess, SRP, like you have this thing, it has one responsibility: just check this stuff, give me everything I need to know, and this reading this shouldn't be its job, because testing this code is going to be much harder, you know. You need to create this.
Yeah, of course, but then when you use it in your code somewhere else, I'm not against the first one, and I'm actually also like, okay, is this even a good idea to have it like that? But still, an argument for the second version could be, okay, you said testability, but you could, in real production code, like in the code, when you really want to use that function, you always do window location path name, and just testing this function to see if the string is.
Hey, Marcel! I just saw him in the chat. Sorry.
Yeah. If the string is correctly parsed, is not enough. So, I don't know.
Like the problem, I'm gonna make you even bigger up so people can see you. But
okay.
the problem, let me remove this. How can I remove this screen? I think I removed it. No. But the problem is you don't know what's gonna happen with the code. You don't know the future.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if you would have told me, like, I've been dreaming about the open source project I can work on for a long time. So I would have believed you, yeah, you're going to work on 2Anki in the future. Yeah, I would have believed you. But if you would have told me how people would use it, I would never believed you. Like, yeah. People are using it more different than I expected, to be honest. Like, I'm still surprised from time to time how wrong people can use it. It's crazy. So making your code more robust, or I guess defensive, or predictable. Oh, the website is slow. Is it because of the ad? Could be. So how are you doing, Marcel? Let's see. I'll paste this here. No, that didn't work. Did you see that? Nothing happened. Okay, it worked. Did you see that out?
Yeah.
We can use this version. But this is a file which has one deck, right? If you have one deck, it will download the APKG on that page.
But I think the ideal would be to list the converted cards below the upload box. So instead of just directly downloading it or like showing download button in green, just show what you generated as a list, and then you see what happened there. Which files get parsed, which files get converted to DEX, so you know what you're getting.
I don't understand.
Okay, so you drop in a file, and it gets converted to flashcards, and then you generate. Maybe you have several DEX, and then you can drop another file again. So you're on the same page. You can just drop in another file, and it also gets converted. And you do not directly download them, but you list them. Like you have a list. I don't know how that. So you really know. So you really know what gets generated and what you would get if you were to download the DEX.
No, but how would you know what you get? You just see that you got one file, right?
You list the names, at least.
Okay. Let me show you something else. This is here, right? Okay. This is the live server. Let's find a huge. This is HTML test. It has lots of sub pages.
Okay.
We'll include the sub pages. It's gonna export them, and then we can upload it. Okay, so it exported it, and then I'll drag it. So this is on the simple page. This is existing behavior. I don't think that worked. I think it's this ad which is really getting in the way. Okay, I'll just drag now. So now it's doing with the sub pages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's gonna finish any moment now. This stream is sponsored by Black Friday.
Having such a simple page and then an ad at the bottom is also really, I don't know. It's kind of funny, and it's like a bit contradictory. Yeah, but like the ad has to be there, so yeah. So what's happening now? We're waiting for the conversion to happen. Okay.
You can check the server. Oh wait, sorry. Let me make it bigger here. I think it's working. Oh, this is on the live server, okay? I have no idea what it's doing. But we can actually essentially try to reproduce that as well. I'll just run the full origin main, I think, and bam, run build. Let's see. Okay, so we'll just let this run. It could be that Firefox is doing something good for the privacy, and then the app just breaks. I've seen that before. Why didn't this work? Okay, this works. It was just an error. Let's see. How about this one? Okay, so it's gonna redirect us, and then I'll copy the URL. I'll do it manually. The server will do this automatically. Or actually, maybe we should try another browser. Should we do that? Okay, so you see it redirected us, but I'll change it manually. This is where it's supposed to redirect us.
Okay.
I'm just gonna turn off the heat here. It's getting super hot. What do you think? Is this what you were expecting to see?
Yeah, like obviously more beautiful.
Yeah.
But then, well, we can also change the CSS of the upload box. Make it simple.
Okay,
but at the end.
Yeah, but where? Is that below, or I didn't understand that?
Below, like below the box, we have the upload box, and then after we drop things, we just see the conversion, and the list gets updated. So you have the upload box on top, and then all new files you add get listed at the bottom. Yeah, like below the upload box.
After button?
I would actually change that button. Like, I would just say files and then save all or download all. I would make it possible for people to download one file and all files together. So like 2 options. So you can click at each option, download, or at the top of the list. I would just take the download button move it to the top of the list. So you see like flashcards, like you have maybe file below the upload box, you see flashcards as a title, for example, and then you get the list. And then on the same level with flashcards, you see download all.
But then we need a different kind of response from the server. By the way, the music stopped. Let me fix that. I can just replay. It's the 80s. Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of response do we get from the server now, and what?
So this is actually pure HTML.
Server returns pure HTML.
I didn't have a lot of time, so I thought, what's the smallest thing I can do? I can show you the code. I think it's horrible, but I'll show it to you. I didn't have so much time, so I thought, okay, let me see, what can I do? Okay.
Okay.
So let's go to the download page. This is what you get sent. So this is actually server-side rendered, right?
Okay.
So it will go through here.
I see.
And then it will just generate this list and then apply those styling, right?
I see.
So we can definitely send a JSON instead.
Yeah.
Right? Well, where is this?
Yeah,
from?
JSON, and like the list it should be possible to update the list. So you drop in a file, you get some flashcards, and then you can drop in another file, and the newly created flashcards just get added to the list. I think this is the most intuitive thing you could do on a page like this. You have this box, anything you drop in it gets converted. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Because we need a new endpoint for the payload. Let's see. And how do you handle if somebody uploads the same file again? What is then supposed to happen?
If somebody uploads the same file again, then the same file gets converted again, I think.
Yeah, but what happens with the list if you have duplicates?
The list is, it's like, it's ordered according to time. Like, it just gets added to the list again because user might have attempted to create it again. Who knows? Maybe they changed something in a file, and then they might ignore the older version, but they might also want to download everything. I will keep it simple. If you do something twice, it also gets added twice to the list.
But then you would basically, if you click download all, you would download the same deck multiple times, right?
Yeah.
I don't, I assume nobody's gonna do that, but somebody's probably going to do it. So I'm just trying to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Let's create this endpoint.
We can, but an option could be giving them a possibility to remove converted flashcards from the list. So you have this cross, and you click on that, and it gets deleted. Yeah, and you can only get, you can only download decks which are displayed on the list. So if you click on cross and delete something, you don't get it back.
Okay, let's. Do you want to implement the front end or the API? It doesn't matter for me. I know how to do both of them.
Like, I never worked with. I don't have much idea about the front end or the back end of the Anki project now, so we can do anything. But like, we're also not going to finish it today, I think, but we can start. I can do the front end.
Okay, so if you want to do the front end, it's there. It's like a page nobody uses, so that's fine. But we already have something, right? So then it's good to try to reuse this. Or I don't mean reuse the code. I mean reuse the approach, because it's essentially. Let's look at it again. It does exactly what we want, right? It retrieves a deck, right? And then when you click download, it downloads it for you.
Yeah.
And then you can download anyone you want, right? Video adding hints, and then so this works. You see, it's instant.
Yeah.
Very fast. So we can use that infrastructure, but we need to send, instead of sending HTML, what we want to send is the file name and then the how to download the file. Yeah. So how is this used? I don't remember. So let's look at it. So there is a router which configures the endpoint get download page. Okay. It receives an ID. Okay, what is this URL? I should remember this code, but I don't, unfortunately. So it looks like there is an ID and then there's a file name. Looks like that's the way it does it. Okay.
Yeah.
So how is this generated? I think I know. Res.redirect download. So that's what happens, right? It redirects you.
So mobile is actually commenting on the ideas we have, and he says,
Yeah, I
I
can
like
see.
that idea.
Mm.
Check the hash of the zip before converting. This was the first idea, and then if duplicate, ignore, and then that's a great UX in my opinion. So I agree with Alp.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Do you
yeah,
have the votes? I think it's new and it's different, and I would love to try it out. Maybe people are gonna love this. So we have to find the download somewhere. Download. So let's see. I'm trying to. I'll move you here up in the middle. Let's see. Okay, here, if the user has more than one file, create a download URL and then redirect them there, right? Interesting. So the workspace is just the index. It's a static directory which gets served. Do you see this? It's writing out all of the files. I'm just eyeballing this to understand what it's doing. Okay, so yeah, okay, what we can do is let's create a new router. It's like when you're adding something new, figuring out where to where is the right place is always a challenge. So what we can do is just start from the base. Okay, we'll look at the routers. Okay, so just start here. Simple. Do you want to call it simple upload router?
Yeah.
But just to have something, it doesn't really matter what it's called. We can change that later. And then we can see this is the upload router, right? So why is my file not working? I want to see where the file is. Okay. I need to create a new file, but that's not working. I'll just do it from here. What did we call it? Simple upload router, was it that?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, import.
And then I have to look this up because I don't remember it. Let's actually just reuse this.
Yeah.
And then we'll remove everything we don't need.
Yeah.
So we need a router. We don't need the database. We don't need the job controller. We don't need this. Oh, we need this. Simple upload controller. think that's it. We just need this one endpoint.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It is getting simpler and simpler. You just take things and delete bunch of
Yeah.
code.
It's like copy pasting so many lines of code and then deleting everything. Touch. I think we can just fix this. Then we'll just upload controller, we'll copy this. And then start deleting, I guess. So we don't need the upload service, we don't need the Notion service. We don't need to delete uploads. Because we're gonna have auto cleanup, right? So we don't need to read the uploads. But we did expose something. What was that? Routes. Simple upload router. What did we expose? Call this simple upload. Now let's leave it as a file. We'll come back to that. Okay. Why do we need? Now this is a problem. This is because of the Patreons. Do you understand it, Hope? We can just inline it and then fix that later. Because they have different upload rights. So we just add that as a.
Is it unlimited for them? Because I saw
it's not unlimited. It is you have to have a tier, like a limit set, but it's really high. I don't remember. Okay, I think we can just inline this for now. But we need to get the imports, get the upload. Yeah. Let's see. This one is fine. This one I'm not sure how to import, so we need to copy that. Molter, how do we get Molter? Oh, that was easy. That was easier than expected. I thought I had to import something specific. Okay, so now we need a handle uploading. Okay, and what's going to be different with this one is that we're gonna return JSON instead, right? So that's basically, so we can check this works very easily by just posting in the background, right, from the front end. But before we do that, let's see. I'm just thinking, this handle upload, what does it need? Well, what are its dependencies? We have this one, right? Now we need this one. No, we need this one. Can we just copy this? Look at it, it's complaining here. Psychomatic complexity 12.2. Are you familiar with that?
No, what is that?
It's like It's a way to measure how complex your code is.
Okay.
Like how many branches do you have, or how nested is it?
Uh-huh. And
So-
what's the extension? How do you get that? Like, you must be kidding. Stop.
Yeah, it's like it means it's very complex. Yeah, so I agree. We can refactor this stuff, but not today. Or maybe in the simple one we can just delete what we don't need. Okay, so there, copy this. I hope we can just use it. So it's in a service, but we're gonna inline it in the simple upload controller. So let's actually just put that into a separate method here. Okay. Okay. What's it saying? Async function, I guess. Did it work? No. What am I missing? Function. Does it look good though? Something must be missing.
I think when you write class methods in JavaScript like that, you don't actually need the function keyword. So
There.
yeah.
Great. Then I think we're good. We just need the imports. Okay, so we have a challenge here. This is settings. Which settings is it, right?
The part of settings, the part of settings. Producing some weird code here, and with lots of code duplication.
Okay. But where is this coming from? Generate. Yeah, it's supposed to be here. So I don't understand. Like sometimes there. Sometimes the language server thing is slow. Because it's not able to find the imports, right? This is defined here. That should... There. I think we got almost all imports. There. And then fs. I'll just fix this manually. Import fs from fs. And then I like grouping. This is just my personal opinion. This looks nicer. Grouping the node default stuff and then third party.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think we got everything. Okay, so now we can start making our changes. Storage handler. I don't think we need the storage handler, but it looks like the storage.
But what does the storage handle do? It kind of sounds like that this handles saving to data, writing the data, writing your files.
Yeah, it looks like it's never used, so we can just delete it.
Interesting.
I think I was planning on using it, but never got around to using it.
Okay.
So we can find the other use case also and just remove it from there. Okay, good. We'll leave this as is. Okay. We need to send something back to the user. Okay, so everything we do here now, we can decide what we do. So let's just maybe finish this handle upload. Remove the storage stuff again. Find this.
I think it should be fairly easy to come from the other one to this one because it's just the same data. Like, or
Yeah,
you
yeah,
return the.
it would be very easy. It's just we just have to remove stuff so the build doesn't break. I'm just gonna clean that real fast. And then we need to think about what we're sending back. Okay, so look here. What it's doing is it's sending back. You can see it sets the content type, so we don't need that. But we need to send something back. We need to send back a response.
Yeah.
What we really care about is two things. One is the name, and then
link.
And link. Yes. Okay, but that's going to be an array, right? Right? Because it can be one or more things.
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah.
So, that's fine. Okay, cool. We don't need anything else, I think. Then we're good. Let's treat these the same, but we need this code here. So I think, in my opinion, we should move this code here, right, out, because that's going to be the normal case, because this code is handling if there's a list, right? So we'll just leave this error path there. We're going to handle it. We can actually delete this first. Do you agree?
Yeah.
And I mean, why do you agree?
Like, because we moved the logic out of there.
And because we're gonna handle all packages, right? We don't need to handle one package because we'll send you. You're gonna present it, right, in your append list or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, this is the default case.
So if packages length, so this is the error, right? If it's empty. Res.send res.json. So this is something we can do actually immediately here. What are we gonna send? Error. No dex created. Is this valid? Let's check that. I'm not sure we can do that. Res.json. Yeah, we can do that. Res.json, and then let's actually check one more thing. HTTP status codes. Bad input. Bad request, okay. Status 400 then, okay. So now we're handling that, but let's return. So if there is no dex created from the conversion, we'll just throw that or return that. So I think we can curl that URL and check it works actually. And then we have one problem. What is that? Yeah, we have to create the response. Okay, so let's just create it here first and then build it up. Const response equals array of name string, right, and then link string. We'll move this out later. We just have to have something. Okay, and then here we'll return res.json response, right? This we can delete. This one we want to keep, this URL. And then we want to take not the URL, but let's call this base path. And then response dot push name. What's the name? That's the package name. It will be a name. And then we want to, what's the other thing? Link, right?
Yeah.
We want to take the base path.
And then encoded package
I'm
name,
not
I
sure.
think.
Let's read, well, what's it doing
I think-
here?
Yeah, it was almost like encoded package name.
What's file? Files.map, what is that? I want to double check. I'm not sure what it is, so we need to find out what it is. Okay, so it's coming in as a prop, but where is, what is it? Files. Ah, I see, okay, so it's just a file name. We don't need to encode it. The browser will automatically encode it.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Let's see. So this should work. Yeah, we'll do this too. It's kind of scary to return this kind of response, but we'll do it. Error.message. Is it like this maybe? Then we check if it's an instant of the error. There. Yeah, I think we covered them. Okay. And then we don't need this because we're not sending the payload, right? We are reusing the infrastructure for the download page because it has to handle the. I can show it. The download controller has to. No, sorry, the download router. That's what I'm trying to show. It has to handle this anyways, right? You see here. So this is the endpoint it's trying to hit. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So
It works out, I think, because we have the base path and this includes the ID and then the file name, package name.
So I think we can just change this name to simple. And this is working because it's using default. I think this should work. I'm not confident, but I think it should work.
I at least think that it could work.
Okay, let's try it in the simple form. I think we should rename this. Rename simple upload form. Oh, I wish, like, this is one of the things IntelliJ would just handle.
Yeah. That's correct.
Now I have to, like, an animal redo this. Yeah, but it's done now, and then if we go here, we can just change this endpoint. But note that we're not really handling this, right? So it whatever happens, happens. But what we can do is, let me just double. I think I changed it correctly. But we'll check the network request. And look at it. So. Okay. The moment of truth has come out. Does this stuff even work?
Yeah.
It looks like it posted to the wrong URL, right? I can see in the headers it says, no, it's the correct.
No, it's the correct. Yeah, it's the correct URL.
But object name. Yeah, it works. Do you see that?
Yeah, yeah, it works. It works. It works.
Yeah. Okay. So. Okay.
So we now get back the list. We just have to display them. We can just display it like in a simple, I don't know, like P tags, and then just see if the data looks correct, and then what happens when we click on the link.
Just have to delete these files. Let me remove RVF temp. Didn't we just change a lot of files now? VS Code is very confusing sometimes. It doesn't save. I don't know what it's doing. No, it didn't change the file names. So yeah, you wanted to get the. I don't know if are we running out of time? Yeah, we're running out of time. Let's see. I don't want to keep you up if you have to run, but.
No, I don't have to run. The only thing is because I'm still at university sometime, like, but I think I at least have an hour before this man comes and kicks me out.
Okay, then let's start pushing out stuff, okay?
Yeah.
I just call it JSON upload or upload info, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then create this pull request. Yeah, I think it should be fine to merge this, but it would be nice to double check. And then I'll go to the web project. Oh, there! I was in the wrong project. That's why there was no diff. I was checking against the wrong code base. Explains everything now. Okay, so we rename those. Good. What happens when we post? What is convert ref? Submit. Okay. This won't work anymore, right? It's JSON anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just take response equals await request dot JSON. And if error in response, I was just complaining. It should work. There, okay, that works. Otherwise, we get a valid payload, right?
Yeah, we only handled a case where we have 0 files, and in all other cases we iterate through them, but we might still get an empty list, I guess, or something wrong with the list, but we don't handle those cases. And I think it's still safe to, like, even in the empty case, it's nice to inform the user that nothing got created, but even if we didn't handle that, we would just have the empty list just below the upload box, so even that would work.
So you know what we'll do now, because we're running out of time. I'll just add a something here right after the button. And then call it pre. And let's just call it JSON.stringify uploaded list. Okay. Create something list. Okay, created list. I don't know what we're gonna call this, but
I would probably call it created dex.
Okay, then we'll call it that. Const created dex set. We'll just use React. Created dex. Let's use state. Yeah, and we'll make it empty array for now.
Yeah.
And let's delete this stuff. And then set created dex response. I think this is gonna complain, but we'll fix it. Okay, you can see then it's empty.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Can you visit? Can you go to that link? Can you go to the address to see if you can actually get the file, or does it even work? Like, do the files get? Yeah. Okay.
We can. Yeah, just give me. The problem is if I click here, it's gonna go over that part. So. Okay. Because then we can just remove it from here, I guess. Who's using it? The simple upload page here. Okay. Now we'll add it there, and then we'll add on dex created dex. Now we should have it outside, I guess. But why is it complaining? Index is missing the type. No, it's not. Then it's okay. All of the stuff, and then I'll move it. Okay. There. I think we should be good here, right? Now this one has to be moved out to the parent. Okay, and then we can just create a simple. Now I've typed it up, so we can just have it. You wanted to have it right after the form or inside of the form? I don't remember, but we'll
after
just. Okay, we'll add it here. What was it again? Create a deck something.
Yeah, and then deck.
So add the key equals the deck name. This is gonna be issue, I guess. And then.
Yeah.
I'm just doing this just as a rough setup. We can change it.
Mhm. Yeah. Just to see if that works and how it. Yeah.
It's defined there. Why is it complaining that it's no? Oh, it's the test. The test is failing. That's fine. There. You see?
Yeah.
But this is not gonna be correct because it's gonna. I'm using the React server, right? Just to speed up development, so I have to change the port to. It works, yeah. Because we have to use another port for reaching the API. I have a proxy that does it whenever we're using the web application, but the proxy doesn't apply. Let's try uploading the same file again and seeing what happens.
You're just going to get another one for.
No, it doesn't look like that works because it's not cleaning up after itself.
But only cleaning up like.
Here, it has to do this cleanup work. Because when it's finished, right?
We can try that.
No, it's still not. Why? Oh, set uploading false. Good, and we found it. The test I can look at later. There. Okay. Let's. Okay, it seems that because of React and the name, right? It's rendering it the same.
Yeah, we set key to. Yeah.
So if we changed that to the here you see all of them show up.
I think this is quite nice.
Yeah. Okay, let's try. What is this? Deny. I don't know what that is. Let's try using the link as the ID. I think then we can have duplicates. What do you think?
But isn't the link is still the same because we only return the package name?
No. It will do the conversion and generate a new workspace. So the link will be unique.
Correct. The ID changes. Yeah.
The ID will change. I suspect so. Okay, let's try.
Yeah. I that makes sense. Yeah.
No, it didn't change.
Did you save it?
I dragged it over.
Yeah, but like, did you save your changes on the code? This does not really make sense because every time we create a new workspace, it's correct.
Yeah, I was sure it would run new workspace that generates a new UID or something. Right? No, it didn't. There has to be some magic involved. What's happening now? I don't know. We have to figure that out some other time, I guess.
Yeah, next time. Like, I think this is going to be really nice, and it's going to simplify things for a lot of users. And I'm really looking forward to making a video explaining people how to use this stuff. I think this is really cool.
Okay, so I'll just commit this feed.
Yeah.
Show the created files. Yeah. So I forked off the simple branch. Sorry, you were saying Alp, I didn't hear the last thing.
Yeah, push that so that I can also work on that, like, whenever I have time, like, I can check. Yeah.
And I think I should be able to merge the API changes, I just haven't gotten around. Gotta get going, thanks for the chat. Yeah, good night, Mobile, thanks for hanging out. Thanks a lot for coming also, Marcel and Lotte, and yeah, this was more fun. Sorry?
Yeah, like Guillaume was also here for a few minutes, like not very long, but it was really nice.
It was super nice that Guillaume was here. I'm so glad he came.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. We actually got to implement some features. Wasn't that amazing?
Yeah, this is. I really like it, and this is one of the things I we always had in mind like the process is too complex, and after watching those videos, like people going crazy, this was the thing that triggered that. Like after we see how people use the website, and honestly, this is also really complicated. Like I think even me, like I knew at some point I knew all of the options, like I knew what all those meant. But now if I were to open a website and click on settings, I think there I would find some where I don't understand what they do.
Absolutely.
So I think this is the problem with all those settings. So you have them, and we had this discussion like 2 years ago, and you were like, okay, but you know, backwards compatibility, we cannot make the workflows of people. We're gonna change them. So this was the thing. Maybe you're right as well. Like maybe we have some power users, but like they can then just go to the old page, and new ones can just use simple. This could be a way to do that.
I love the approach. I think it's very good to try out new things, and hopefully we can get this video edited down and then have it on YouTube, or when you create the video you have in mind, then we can maybe we can put that one up, right?
Yeah. Like I would make the video so that people can watch it and understand, okay, this is the cool new feature in Notion to Anki, because I used to make videos for Notion to Anki as well, and I just explained features, but now this is something I think it's really nice. And another important question, of course, when is the next stream?
So I was thinking next Friday, but I don't know. We could do one earlier, but I don't want to. Like if you're busy, I don't know. What do you think? Is Fridays good, or?
I think Fridays is okay, but if you feel like it, we can also do it like someday during the week as well. Like Friday, we can always do Fridays, and then whenever we feel like it, we can also do like Mondays or Tuesdays or something like that.
Mondays. Yeah, sure. It's a good start. Like, end the week with the stream and then start the week with the stream. I love that. I think that's a great idea. I'll update my calendar, send out the messages and everything.
Really cool.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Alp, for coming out, and
I will try to be here regularly so that we can do the streams like together. I think it's really nice also being like here regularly, because I joined several times, but like being here and also like interacting with people in the chat, it's also really nice somehow. Like they write some things, they comment your call. Like for example, we discussed about our ideas, and Mobile was saying, okay, I think this is a really cool approach. I think it's good, or like, okay, I think having that impure function is not a good idea. Like, it's just really nice, and maybe we have Guillem next time.
It would be awesome, especially. I would love to hear more about SuperMemo and what he's doing nowadays and so on. So, because I've been using SuperMemo a lot and I'm still using it. So and it would be cool to hear just what he's been up to. Has he been working on a doctor thesis, or what's he doing? Would be awesome to catch up. Definitely. Yeah, so setting up a new stream out, I'll do that right away, invite you. And if you have time, join. Preferably live. I'm sorry about the issues we had. I'll try to do some research before next time.
Yeah, and maybe like we could have a better layout as well, because this time we had you like on the right side of the screen and huge, and then we moved the other cams like we were also there, but we also you had the bigger screen, and then Google also showed the Google Meeting screen thing, like screen sharing, and it was also top. So maybe we can figure out a better way to do
I'm thinking maybe next time we can use OBS Streamlabs or something like that, and then it has defaults, but I still don't think we have a good answer for calling in, right? So maybe Stream Deck. Let me check it out, and if you find something, let me know. Okay, have a great weekend. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks. Let's see. Stop OBS.